Why do medications always come with side effects like anal leakage and suicidal thoughts? Why not invisibility and spontaneous orgasms? What do you call a zombie who cooks stir fries? Dead man wooking. And finally, according to the chocolate calendar I purchased yesterday, it's only 3 days till Christmas. Welcome to Shave&Butcher for a tag video. It's been a while, we haven't seen any tag videos. I'm sure you're yearning for them, so the tag video today is going to be shaving with the first shave soap you ever used, but something more catchy. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm tagging IMCDB, Matti Lindholm, Red Island Shaver, Kevy Shaves, and the Traveling Shaver. Please accept the challenge and shave with the first ever shave soap you used. So the first shave soap I used, and I used this exclusively for 15 years, a long time ago, was Macarot from the Body Shop. So I don't have a container of this shaving cream, so I went into the Body Shop where I live today and said, hello, can I have a look at your shaving soaps? And she showed me the container and it was about $18. And I got a bit cheap because I didn't want to buy the container because I figured out I have better soaps than that. So I said, milady, my skin is very sensitive, so may I have a sample to try first shaving before I purchase the soap to ensure that I'm not going to get an allergic reaction. And she was clearly annoyed and said, well, I'm sorry, sir. She didn't say sir because we don't say sir in Sweden, but she said, sorry, mate. I don't have a tester. And I said, oh, that's too bad because I really think I'm going to purchase a lot of this soap, but I really do need to check it and test it first. And she very reluctantly scooped out a sample and said, well, if you're sure you're not going to, if you're sure it's impossible to purchase this soap without trying it first, I guess I'll have to give you a sample. And I said, oh, thank you very much. So I'm getting a sample. I got a few shaves worth of sample, and whatever my experience is, I'm not going to buy a container out of sheer freaking principle. So there you go. The brush of choice is GA7 made by Jeff Anderson. It's this lovely little thing. It's a 2-band badger. The razor is a Tückmar from Germany, Solingen. And it's called Sublime or Sublime or whatever. It's a rockin' razor. And I'm going to finish off with Stetson because I just love this stuff. So we're doing that. I just realized I shaved this morning, but that was 6 a.m. and now it's 10:30, so it's almost time to shave again. And we're going to, in any event, so I'm going to wet my face. I have a fancy shirt on today, expensive dress shirt. I had a meeting with the bank and you've got to look good for the bank. See if we can scoop it. I'm not used to shaving cream very much, so I'm not quite sure how much to use. It's probably enough. I haven't used Macarot from the Body Shop in ages. I did have one that I got in a bundle somewhere, but I gave it away to, can't remember who. I remember the scent. It's not exactly the scent I used in the 90s, but it's a nice scent. I don't know the ingredient list, but it's a reasonably good one. It's an aloe vera soap. And the lady at Body Shop was really, you know, it has no offensive ingredients really. What are you sensitive towards? I said, coffee, because I am. Coffee is about the only thing I've reacted to ever in a shaving soap. And she said, well, there's no coffee in here, it's aloe vera, and usually it's very sensitive. And I said, well, I've heard you can be allergic to aloe vera. And she said, yeah, I guess, in a way. Okay, I'll get a sample for you. She was quite annoyed. She probably recognized me. It's that Shave&Butcher, famous YouTube idol. He's not gonna purchase the soap, he's just gonna use the sample, isn't he? It does smell really nice. I don't know what the scent notes are, I really should have checked, but it's, I think the recipe's been quite stable, quite the same since forever. So first time I used macarot from Body Shop must have been in, when did I get my first brush? My wife bought that for me in 1994, 3, something like that. 93, 2003, 2004. What, 28 or so years ago. You know what? I probably used this soap exclusively for 20 years. So, in a way, macarot from the Body Shop is a bit of a classic. You know, it's been around for a long time. Without any doubt, it is the soap I've used the most out of all the soaps I've used. Number 2 on that list will be Trifton Hill's, whatever it's called, the Sandalwood Soap, because that's what I discovered next and used that exclusively for quite a while. And then all hell broke loose, and now I have 110 shaving soaps. Where, honestly, I'm pretty sure only macarot would do just fine. Yeah, no coffee in this one, so no allergic reaction. Still painting water into the lather. I'm painting it on the collar as well. And I think we're doing quite well. This brush is a rather big brush. It absorbs quite a bit of lather. So you have to load enough soap and, oops. Look at that, quite rather peaky. You gotta load enough soap, and when you do, you really need to hydrate properly. So I'm going to add just a tidbit more water because I can. Ooh, I got an email today from a friend in Quebec saying, ooh, my company has tickets to all the Montreal Canadian games. Anyone in particular you fancy watching? And he sent a list of 60 games. And I said, I'd love to watch all of them. I just need to find an excuse to come across to Montreal and watch a game. And I honestly don't have an excuse, so I don't think I'm gonna go. Sorry, shaving soap in the mouth. Very nice feeling a lather. It's almost a bit too wet. Can you see how? Can you see that? playing around with the lather, should be fine. It behaves a little bit different from modern artisan soaps, but it's a good soap, so we'll be able to shave quite well with it. Beverage of the evening is Grolsch from the Netherlands. When I drink lager beer, I prefer a really bitter one, like Grolsch is nice. Jever from Germany is nice, because usually I prefer bitters or ales, if you will. Here we go. So the lather is a bit more fluffy than what we're used to. It's nice though. It's slick enough, and it feels good on the skin. And you got the bloop, the Johann drop, if I may say so. And the razor is quite spectacular. Those Germans know what they're doing when they're making razors. Have you tried a Tukmar or Takmar? Takmar, American. If you have, what do you think? What's your experience? So it's a light leather. It's perfectly fine, but it doesn't have this super dense feeling some people want. Could be me though. I mean, you look at that. You look at that and you see a good leather. But some leathers are really sort of hard and dense. Others are more wet, airy. This is not an airy leather. It's a Mozart leather. You have some Wagner type leathers. Barrister Man. Barrister Man is a Wagner leather. This is a Mozart leather. Who's best? Who are we to say? Ah, there you go. There you go. There's plenty left in this container. I must have for 7-8 shaves, I think. So, good first pass. Feels good on the skin. The whiskers are cut off. What more can you ask? And now we're going for the second pass, second and final. So this morning I shaved with a King C Gillette double-edged razor. And you know what, I like that razor. I do have a D razor on the way in to the shaving den, so might be shaving with that next. And that will be my third ever DE razor. I have an Edwin Jagger, not the 89, 98, whatever it's called 86 or something, never seen it. Not a big fan. Then I have the King Siege Gillette that I like quite a lot. It's a mild razor. I think I like mild razors. Maybe because I'm a beginner when it comes to these. The razor I'm getting is not quite sure. We'll see. But stay tuned, eh? Stay tuned for that. Oh, we're doing well. Taking it easy. Because really, when you're shaving traditionally, you should take it easy, I think so. Because if you're in a hurry, you're in the wrong sport. Sometimes, even if you practice traditional wet shaving, sometimes you are in a hurry. But then, don't use a straight razor, maybe not even use a brush. Sometimes I'm in a hurry, I use a cream that I don't have to use a brush for. And I use a cartridge or a leaf or which is a bit quicker. Can you hear this thing? Can you hear it? Nothing like the sound of a hollow razor. Oh, and napalm in the morning. So this is not the best shaving soap ever. It's still there, dissipating very slowly, but it's still there. There's no coffee in it, so I'm not having an allergic reaction. It's a fine shaving soap. But really, compared to a lot of artisan shave soaps, I prefer those to this one. But it's fine, it's doing the job. It is, but it's priced. I don't know the weight, to be perfectly honest. It's a largish container, but it's a cream, and without having done the calculations, I'm pretty sure they're on a cost per shave basis. This is at least no cheaper, probably a little bit more expensive than your typical artisan offering. Really, the star of the show today is me. No, it's the razor. It's a phenomenal razor. Nothing fancy about it, and it wasn't very expensive. Well, I think I won it in a raffle, didn't I? What if I didn't? It wasn't expensive, but Tukmar is a good brand, well recognized. But still not an expensive razor. So like almost all German razors, it's very, very good value for money. It really is. A lot of the Swedish razors are as well. The Hellestrand and Erik Antenberg, and those are pretty darn cheap. Not always the most spectacular looking razors, but they're really good. And you can get a good Helgestrand for 30 euros. And you'll struggle to find a better shaver than a Helgestrand MK31. Okay, 300 is cheap, but you can, 500, get a good one in good condition, and you really can't beat that value for money. Yeah, that was a good shave. Second shave of the day. It's been a while since I did that. I just forgot. Ooh, bit of cold water rinse after the warm water. So, tag video. Shaving with my first ever shaving soap. So, I am CDB, Matti Lindholm, the Red Island Shaver, Kevy Shaves, and the Traveling Shaver. If you will, what's your first soap? This is Stetson. This was I am CDB's first aftershave. Oh shit, that's way too much. In high school, and this is from Walmart in Miami. It's almost gone. I have another one that I got from John Line from Chicago, and cheap and cheerful, just great. I love it. Tag videos on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Meanwhile, stay sharp.